I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon. Much more deep insights on Vedic astrology and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. And now today, Mercury, the planet of communication, the planet that represents Gemini and Virgo zodiac sign, is moving out of Scorpio. It is in Jyesh Nakshatra around 28 degrees on 3rd of January, and then this planet is going to move towards the Mula Nakshatra. Tomorrow, towards the afternoon Indian Standard Time, Mercury will cross over to the Sagittarius zodiac sign and it will enter the Mula Nakshatra. I just want to bring your focus for the next 3-4 days. I will make another video for Mercury's movement in Sagittarius, but I want to bring your focus to the next 3-4 days because a planet like Mercury, a planet that represents intellect, a planet that represents communication, and a planet that represents you can say war and battlefield, Seva, because it rules the natural 6th house. That planet, when it crosses the Gandanta of Scorpio and Sagittarius, this definitely hits your consciousness and you will realize that there will be so many things that you will be thinking at this point of time, especially if you are a Mercury Mahadasha, if you are running an Antardasha, if you are a Virgo or Gemini moon sign. A lot of changes, sudden changes might happen in your life. And even if you're watching this video later on, try to go back to the period of first week of January 2025 and reflect on the events that has happened around this time. Now, if you observe, there is a Saturn and Venus conjunction also. Saturn, Venus, Moon is in the sign of Aquarius. Now, when Venus is with Saturn, see the position. If Mercury is in Scorpio, Venus and Saturn are in Aquarius. So naturally, this is going to make you think and rethink about responsibilities in relationship. So if you're already in a troubled relationship, Mercury might push you to rethink about your role and about your involvement. It's like if you're fighting a war, you will think that, is it your war? This may change the parameters faster than expected, and you might realize that a lot of things that you were avoiding, you may now start doing and executing it. So you just have to be a little careful at this point of time, how you are thinking about things, where is your consciousness going. Buddh is Buddhi, Chetana, your sense of life. This is also your nervous system. And when it is moving to Mula Nakshatra, you are naturally going to draw your attention, or even the circumstance, the nature itself will draw your attention towards the core fundamentals of life. And this is a good time to analyze in a non-emotional manner the problems that you are facing, the situation that you are in, so that you are able to pinpoint the core areas where you want to work on. And this is going to be very good for young people. So if you are, a lot of my audience is between 18 to 24, so this video is especially important for you. If you are young, if you are preparing for your life in the future, if you are thinking to move to a different education, if you're thinking to change your line, if you're trying to get into a job, or if you're just passing the class 12th or whatever you call secondary or higher secondary, if you're moving into graduation college, which line should you take? Should you take doctor, commerce, or you want to pursue music? Mercury's position in Jyeshta Nakshatra and then to Mula will make you remind your responsibilities, then will make you remind your root, where your roots are, what is fundamentals for you. And then this may disappoint you, this may encourage you, depending upon your situation, your horoscope. Whatever be the case, this is a good time. Good time, why? Because times which are practical gives you the best results, because it gives you something that is achievable. This Buddh, this Shukra, Venus and Saturn combination, 4th from Mercury, and then when Mercury moves into Mula Nakshatra, Saturn and Venus will be 3rd from Mercury. 3rd house is the house of expression, communication. So what does Mercury want here? Mercury, for the one time, wants you to remain silent and go for an inner reflection. Do a lot of self-communication. Talk to yourself a lot. Close your eyes and sit and take 3 deep breaths. Chant Om and then start talking to yourself. Who are you? What do you want in this life? What plans do you have? Forget about practicality or impracticality. Just talk and discuss. You will see tremendous results coming your way, especially if you are into any kind of psychological problem, depression or anxiety, or if you are facing any similar problem in relationship. Emotional things can be cured at this point of time because it helps you become a little detached from emotions. Think about it, utilize this time, and if you are a Mercurian zodiacs, say for example, if you are a Virgo moon sign, if you are a Gemini moon sign, it becomes a very important time for you, a time of transformation, a time to be a better version of yourself. Just that Mercury is also transactions, business, trade, commerce, liquid cash, currencies, flow of money. That will go into problem. So when you are dealing with financial transactions at this point of time, be very, very careful. Business deals should be made with a lot of caution. And it might also happen that you were searching for someone for a very long time, say a role or a responsibility or even a job or maybe an employee. That will happen very quickly during this time, and it may happen like a surprise. So use the power of Mercury to propel yourself forward, but don't expect an emotionally positive time, but it is a very good practically positive time. If you are a Venus zodiac sign, Taurus and Libra moon sign, then naturally you will be more inclined towards your own personal gains. You will be a bit sad about what you have and what you don't have, and this is more about transaction, profit and loss statement for you. So this Mercury will tell you how you can achieve financial success, from where you can achieve financial success. Attempts made for career and job for you will be positive. If you are a Mars zodiac sign, Aries or Scorpio, then you have to understand that Mercury is moving to your 9th house or to your 2nd house, and which means that in both the cases, Budh which is your 6th lord for Aries and which is your 11th lord for Scorpio, financially this is going to be a very good time. It's a time of transformation. It's a time of self-created change. So you will see that you will try to push yourself, but the problem is because Mars is retro and debilitated, you might end up running for validation. So you know what is right, but you want to ask someone, hey, am I right? Don't do that. Discuss to a certain limit, beyond which, if you are confident, take the first step and see what happens, and then depending upon that, take the second step. But if you keep on seeking for validation, you will get multiple opinions, and at the end of the day, you won't be able to do anything. That is one negative side of the Moola Nakshatra. Now, if you are a Jupiterian zodiac sign, like say you are a Sagittarius moon sign, you are a Pisces moon sign, then Mercury's movement in a Jupiterian zodiac sign of Sagittarius means either your ascendant or your 10th house is impacted. So definitely this is going to change your personality, and for gaining a new job, talking about new success, new dimension, you want to discuss more about your promotions with your supervisors, this is the time. This is going to tell you the do's and don'ts to become successful in the career, and your body language becomes very important. People suffering from scalp related issue, hair related issue, skin related issue should be careful during this time, because that might increase, and you should go for detox diet. Now, for a Saturn dominated moon sign, Capricorn and Aquarius, Mercury transit in the Moola Nakshatra, in Sagittarius, movement of Mercury is going to be impacting your financial side. This is going to cause a little bit of expense. Things will be, you will get things if you are ready to give things. And because Saturn is with Venus in the sign of Aquarius, this means that you will see things from a very negative point of view. When Mercury is in Moola Nakshatra, this might make you think more about the negative side. You might listen to sad songs, old songs. You might listen to old music. You might feel nostalgic. Your consciousness might be dragged into the pessimistic side of life. So don't do that. Be optimistic. Think about positive side. Cheer up and focus on the utmost positive side of life. Although this is a 1 week of effect, but you might take decisions on the basis of this emotional swings, this emotional ups and downs. So be careful there. Now coming to the luminaries, if you are a Leo moon sign, Simha Rashi, then Mercury's movement in your 5th house from the 4th house shows that your inclination towards buying property, real estate, focusing on building the assets for the future, all that is positive and that will happen. Your knowledge will increase and it is a very positive transit for you. Mercury's transit through the Moola Nakshatra and then to the farthest corner of the Sagittarius, it is a positive because it's your 11th Lord in the 5th house. You will get to learn so many things, you will get to correct yourself so many things. So if you want to correct yourself in any form, if you have committed a mistake, if you are a student and you want to revise and relearn, if you want to unlearn something and relearn, if you want to change the perspective of life, next 1 to 2 weeks are there for you. Although the effect will be subtle, but it will have a long lasting impact. Now for moon sign Cancer, for you the Mercury's position will be from the 5th to the 6th. Your attention is towards your health. You need to focus on your health and you need to focus on your day-to-day activity, because you might find it a little difficult to execute the day-to-day task, and you might feel that emotionally you are more drained, and you might also be very hyper. Your activity will be very high because that's a kind of a compensation, because you are thinking that you are going on a lethargic way, so you will try to overcompensate it by acting too much. Overaction is equal to inaction. Both produce no result. So better to take a deep breath and focus on performing Rudrabhishekam. So see, this is how the Mercury's movement from Scorpio to Sagittarius will pan out for other moon sign. I made this through moon sign. I want you to feel it more rather analyze it from the ascendant. And you can watch this from the ascendant, but prefer that emotionally you try not to take decisions on the basis of a hunch or just a knee-jerk reaction. You should follow your gut feeling, but as I said, this is the time to bring your consciousness to the fundamentals. This may take you away from that emotional state. It may make you a little bit detached and you may feel a little mechanical, but that's all right if it is under control. And if you really want to relax your mind and you want to really go on a spiritual path, then praying to Bhagwan Ganesh by chanting Ganesh Atharva Shirsha Vakratund Mahakaya Surikoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Chant this shloka again and again, and doing Bhagwan Ganpati Pujan is going to be a very good way of handling this ups and downs of Moola Nakshatra.